Turn on garden. Turn on man cave. Welcome back to the channel. It's that time of day again. Guess what it is? It's beer taste test time. I've made that up. Beer taste test time Tuesday. Anyway, let's crack inside the old pub shed man cave. Shut the door because it's getting natty. Been a warm summer's day today. We'll shut the door, it's getting natty. I've got a couple of beers that I bought down the shop today. Tesco's. Good friend of mine ran me down there at lunchtime. Picked up a couple of boxes of beers and I'll show you what they are. I was going to go for the Guinness. I was going to go for the Guinness Surger cans actually. But they're getting a little bit expensive and he said try this stuff. So I thought I'll give it a go. They're in the fridge. They don't have to be chilled, one of these ones, but let's pop the camera around, we'll go in there, have a couple of beers and see what they taste like. Apparently one of them can be put on the Surger, the Guinness Surger, but we'll have a little look. They're in the fridge, and then there's another beer we bought, 4 cans of this little 3.2% thing, Anthem Lager I think it is. I'll have one of them, or one of these other beers. We'll pop into the old shed, shut the door, I'm getting all natty already, and we'll see what they taste like. Follow me. In we go. Right. So shot down Tesco's today at lunchtime. Hot summer's day. I was going to get myself some Guinness for the old Guinness Surger. The Surger is that, if you don't know what that is, the Surger Newbury. I think you can buy that thing, that unit now, on 4 cans for about 30 quid. It's gone right up in price. I bought that when Tesco first started doing that, a lot cheaper. But the Guinness Surger, the Nitro Surge cans, a lot more expensive now. They seem to go up and up and up in price. So I think that's 30 quid or 20 quid for a box, whatever. Anyway, a friend of mine said, try them, Johnny boy. And a few people on my Facebook group, Life of John Facebook group, like-minded people, a few people on there have mentioned this. Draft Irish Stout. I don't think I've ever, my old man might have had a couple of these in the old days. 10 times 40 millilitre cans. I think it wasn't expensive. I can't remember what they were. So it's Murphy's Draft Irish Stout. All right, gonna give one of them a go instead of the Guinness. I do love my Guinness, but it was hot day. It's warmer now. It's cooled off a bit now. It's like late in the evening. I'm knackered, but I thought got to shoot down and do a little video. And then we bought these. My mate Rusty and me. He said, "Have some of these, Johnny boy." I said, "What are they? Any good?" He said, "Doesn't know, but give them a try. Never had them before." And he did send me a picture earlier when he got in from work. He had one of them straight away, whacked it in the freezer apparently. They're only 3.4%, so it's what I would call like a session lager, a little afternoon, or get in from work, a little can of one of them when you're hot and bothered. And this is from St Austell Brewery, which I'm assuming is from Cornwall. There's a load of beers there from Cornwall actually. This is alcohol is a 3.4% volume, and that's the Anthem Lager. Oh no, it's not. Why did I say that? I didn't. Do you know what? I just assumed it was lager. It's not. It's a pale ale. Right, we'll go for that then. And I'll read on the back here. You can read it there as well if it's not back to front. Brewed with 100% British ingredients. 4 cans. That's only a few quid. I can't remember what that was now. Right, an Anthem Session Pale Ale from St Austell Brewery. So we'll have one of them as well. We shouldn't really mix the beers. We should do one beer one day, one beer another day, different beers, two different videos. But I'm not going to bother. I'll put them in the fridge. I'll show you my little fridge around the back. I'm one day going to get rid of that little fridge and get a bigger fridge, I think. All in the, it's on my list of jobs to do, to be fair, because it's all that. Let's go and have a little look. Right, as we come down here, it might be a bit dark, and I don't think this light works. I managed to look at this little tiny fridge, and I managed to stock it up quite cleverly, I do believe. I've got 4 perfect draft kegs in there, which fit in nice and snug. I've managed to sneak the old Murphy's Irish Stout at the bottom there, and at the back. There's 2 layers there, and there's some sneaky ones on the top there. I'm going to take them out, one of them. Oh, it's not that cold actually. It's fridge, not that brilliant. This fridge. It's working, and I'm going to take one of these out. It's working too hard today in this weather. But that'll... I'm assuming it's plugged in. Yeah, it is. That's not brilliant, that fridge. That's not that cold at all. They're cold, they're chilled, but they're not that cold. But it's been a really hot day today. So I'll put these cans up here. Won't take long to drink them. Right, let's go. Let's have it. So there we go. We've got one of them and one of them. Murphy's and the Anthem. And I thought it was a bloody lager. It's not, as a pale ale. Doesn't matter. It's Johnny boy. Let's go. Right, if you're wondering if I look knackered, it's because I am bloody knackered. The light's a bit bright, to be fair. There you go. An Anthem and Murphy's. Anthem Session Pale Ale from St Austell Brewery and a Murphy's Draft Irish Stout. I'm going to go for this one first, and then I'll go for that one first. We'll do a little taste test of both of these. It's a horrible job, but somebody's got to do it. Let's get a decent glass. One of my favourite glasses. It's a different brewery altogether, a bit naughty, but it's a meantime glass there. So first things first, crack open one of these. It's cold. That's the old Johnny Boy midweeker coldness test. That is quite cold, actually. That's probably, you don't want it much colder than that. Not if it's an hour. Let's do the old pour test there. Here we go. To be fair, this is not probably the best glass because you won't be able to see the... That's pouring all right. You won't be able to see the beer. That's is that making you thirsty? Look at that, it's going in there nice. The bubbles in that, look, that's quite... It's alright, isn't it? Now, I did read some ingredients on it somewhere. Anthem is a session... Well, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a bloody link to this. Then you can read it for yourself. That's the best bet. That is the best bet. Did I say that it's 3.4%? So that's only like quite a low alcohol beer, really. But let's have a little taste of it. Oh, that's strange, but that's what's that got in it? I've had some weird ingredients in the shops, but the 4 hop varieties: Target, Olicana, Justin. Oh, right, here we go. This is the flavours. Bring the beers: mango, peach, apricot, melon, and tangerine flavours. So it's mango, peach, apricot, melon, and tangerine. And funny enough, God, that's drinkable. That is that's a cool. If you want a pale ale in the summer, that's the one to go for. Instead of knocking the old, instead of having a lager, if you want a pale ale, because I always associate like stouts, Guinness, and ales with like the winterish type times, and then like a cold lager with the summer. That's worth a go. Oh, I'm gonna put that to one side. Open up the other one. Sacrilege, really. This is the, I think they call it the tulip glass. Is it the tulip glass? The Guinness tulip glass. Because it helps the beer pour properly. I think 'cause it's got those tulip sort of design on the sides. I'm guessing. Sacrilege, really, because I'm gonna put the Murphy's James Murphy, or whatever, his Irish Stout in there. I'm gonna crack that open. Have I ever had one of these before in my life? They got a widget in. I'm not sure. I think it's got a widget. Here we go. Watch the pour. There she goes. That is almost like your Guinness. Yeah, a little bit of a widget in there, look. Now, what do you think of the look of that? That could be a Guinness sitting in that glass there. Helped along by, obviously, the design and the wording and the logo. Now, somebody did say to me, you can use the Nitro Surge device, this little device, on top of the Murphy's can. They said there's something to do with a pinhole trick or something. Not going to do that tonight, but I will do that at the weekend. I'm going to give it a little go. See what it pours like. The head on this doesn't look as good as a Guinness head. Oh dear, that's yeah, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. Oh. It's a bit like Guinness. It's an acquired taste. It doesn't taste like Guinness, but it's an acquired taste. What I mean by that is, it doesn't taste like Guinness, but it's a bit like, as with Guinness, you have to acquire the taste. I love Guinness now. I used to hate it years ago. It's almost this is almost like tasting my first pint of Guinness, my very first pint of Guinness. There's a lot of videos going around at the moment, people doing their first swig of Guinness videos, and there's a lot of young men, ladies and gentlemen, and young girls pulling up faces when they have Guinness. To me, that's a bit like that. It's like, I've never had this before. It's a proper old geezer's Irish stout. Not helped, but I've just had half a pint of IPA. I'm not a fan, to be fair. I won't be giving it away anytime soon, but I'm not going to... It's not the sort of drink I could sit in the lounge with my feet up watching telly with. Yeah, I'm not really a fan. I'll drink it, but I've bought them, so I've got to drink it. It's a bit of an old man's drink. It's not... I ain't got a patch on Guinness. I must confess, I'm not really... Oh. What they should do videos on Instagram or TikTok on the first swig of Murphy's Stout, because Murphy's Irish Stout, it's not... It's almost like a poor man's Guinness, but don't upset Murphy's Stout drinkers. That's not... Nah. I've got to wash it down with that. Oh, I'll tell you what. Today's, what was I going to call it? Tuesday's beer tasting session. I can't remember what's going on there. Today's beer tasting session, Johnny Boy's midweek beer tasting session, has not been very successful, I must confess, because I'm struggling with that Murphy's Irish Stout. I'm struggling with this stuff. All I know is it's midweek. The weekend is just around the corner, and I think it's going to be quite nice weather. Roll on a weekend. I think I'm going to get a keg of beer. I've got 4 in my fridge. I'm going to get a keg of beer in my machine. Oh, pardon me. I think I've got what have I got? Medway IPA, a Stella, and a couple of German beers. I'm a bit sad. I'm going to end up putting a lager in my perfect draft machine. Getting it chilled, putting a lager in there and have a couple of lagers. Not tonight, but at the weekend. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that Irish Stout. Mixing both, I know I shouldn't have done it, but I would not go to the pub. I must admit, and order that Murphy's. Personally, I would not go to the pub and order this. If someone treated me to it, happy days. I wouldn't say no. Thank you for watching. That's all for now. It's Johnny Boy over now. I'm going to drink this. I can finish that off. I think I'm going to struggle. I know I'm swapping drinks. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to struggle drinking that. I really am. It's like thick. Almost. It needs a bloody whiskey or something. I think. I wish I paid that extra money now and got the Guinness, the Nitro Surge Guinness. I tried. Sorry, Murphy's lovers. I'll try again at the weekend. I'll see. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Love you, leave you. Please like, subscribe for many more silly drinking videos or whatever. Thank you very much, people. Give it a go. It's up to you. Anthem Lager. Anthem Pale Ale, sorry. Give them a go, it's up to you. You got the Anthem. Oh. Right. Give them a go, it's up to you. Not my cup of tea, either of these. The Anthem Pale Ale and the Murphy's Irish Stout. Draft Irish Stout. Nah, I'm not feeling it, people. Up to you. Bye-bye.